Good morning. How is everyone on this beautiful day? The light's just starting to fill in here and things are just starting to wake up. Maybe you're just starting to wake up. So thank you so much for joining me this morning. Doing something a little different than what I normally do for those of you that join me. We're just doing a gentle 15-minute sequence here, just to kind of warm up and wake up. So come to a comfortable seated position. Maybe you're on a meditation mat, maybe you're on a yoga mat, either one is fine. And just slow or close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And exhale. And take a moment here to reflect inwards. Turn your thoughts to your body, noticing how you're showing up this morning. Noticing how this morning felt. Did you spring awake or make your way here somewhat slower? Either one is fine. Just be aware of how you're showing up. On your next inhale, lift your arms to the sky. Fill up. Reach up to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands to prayer and heart center. Rub your hands together, creating some warmth, creating some energy, right at heart center. And then gently press them behind your neck, your shoulders. Placing the heat from your hands on this area that tends to stiffen up when we sleep. Tends to tighten up throughout the day. Release. Release your hands down so that they fall on your knees. And on your next inhale, I want you to lift your chest forward and round it towards the back. And when you come to this position with your belly button pulled in, your chin rolling forward, I want you to exhale and continue the circle. So inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Making slow circles. Inhaling to the left and exhaling to the right. And the next time you come to center, switch directions, inhaling to the right and exhaling to the left. So this breath work here is waking our body up. We're waking our spine up, bringing synovial fluid to the spine, getting rid of any stiffness that has come to us while we were sleeping. Take one more rotation around and come to pause. Bring your arms out in opposite directions, and you're going to grab your shoulders. The thumb is on the back of your shoulder, and your fingers are to the front of your shoulders. And if this is uncomfortable, you can just bring your hands to your hips or even keep them in goalpost arms. And we're going to inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Inhale to the left and exhale to the right. And it's normal to feel tight here, at least at first. But with practice, what we're doing is we're bringing space into the lymphatic system. Bringing energy and kind of stirring that energy up in the body. Now you can continue to move at your own pace, moving slowly, or maybe you start to quicken the pace. Your eyes can be closed. Maybe the gaze is at the third eye or not. Pause on the next inhale. Come to front. Release the arms down. Take a deep inhale. Hold the breath. And exhale. Come to rock pose. So you're just on your ankles. Knees are bent. We're going to do one more pranayama movement. These are coming from the Kundalini influence. This pranayama is our breath work. Bring your hands to your thighs. And we're going to inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest forward. And then we're going to exhale. Bring the shoulders forward and round the back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And just move at your own pace here for a moment. Seated cat-cow almost. Just finding movement. Again, waking up the spine, waking up the neck. Sometimes you feel a lot of stiffness in the morning. This will get that right out of you. And then again, you have the option here. You can keep going slowly or move a little faster. Breathing out that stagnant breath, moving it out of your body. One more inhale, hold it. Hold the breath. And exhale. Come to child's pose. You can keep your knees together or spread them wide, whatever is most comfortable. But you can try keeping your knees together, your forehead to the mat, and just grabbing for your feet. The version of child's pose I often cue is with your knees wide, your arms reaching out in front of you. So just whatever works best for you today. And just pause for a moment. Noticing your breath, bringing your awareness to your breath. The inhales and exhales. And try not to let your thoughts wander. They're going to wander, but every time they do, just try to bring it back here to your breath and your body. Bring it back to the stillness, the quietness of the breath, the quietness of the body. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Gently come out of this. Come to a seated position, and we're going to bend our left knee and extend our right leg for what's called dragonfly pose in yin. And so you can use a pillow here. Maybe place the pillow under your knee if you have if tight legs or if your knees bother you at all. And we're going to turn to face your right foot, and you're going to fold forward. Just gently going to where you feel a nice deep stretch and letting your neck release. You can also take a pillow and hug the pillow in to help support you. Whatever feels right. And then once you find that stretch, just let go into it. Let yourself melt into the pose. No straining here, no pushing. You know, a lot of times it's hard for us to know when to push forward and when to pause. I was listening to a beautiful podcast by Danielle Hess, a person I really admire, and she was talking about finding our pause points. And I wanted to share that with you today. Say something to think about mindfully throughout the week. Do you know your pause point? Do you know when you come to that precipice, you come to that point where you need to decide, should I push forward or do I need to pull back now? A lot of times, many of us push forward or just kind of go through the motions, never noticing our pause point, never noticing that point when our cup is already full, but we're taking on more, we're doing more than maybe what is healthy for us at the moment. And so we don't realize this until we're feeling overwhelmed, we're feeling stressed out. And so I challenge you to look for your pause point, that place where you can say, no, I'm, my cup is full. I'm content without being overwhelmed. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale. Slowly rise up. Extend the left leg out. Bend your right knee in. Set up on the left side for dragonfly on the other side. And again, you decide, maybe you need a pillow on this side where you didn't on the other. And really let your neck release, really let your back release. Yin yoga, which this pose is being influenced by, is all about releasing and letting go. And relaxing into the pose. It's about not applying effort. And so in talking about finding your pause point, finding that point where your cup is full but not overflowing, not overwhelming you, there's also the other side of things, which is where you're feeling unmotivated and um, having difficulty moving forward. You're feeling lethargic, or um, you're not interested in taking on new things, or even doing the things you normally do. And that's another thing to be aware of. You know, can we notice when that is happening? Um, and we do need to push ourselves forward, because that can happen as well. Can we realize that a little movement in the morning might do us good? Or catching up with that friend would serve our heart well, even if we're feeling, exhausted. And these are the decisions that are so difficult to make when it comes to self-care. And, that's what I love about yoga, is it teaches you, it makes you practice that. It teaches you that sometimes you have to pull back, and you're already content. You should be fine staying where you are. And then other times you have to push forward and get out of your comfort zone and learn to be comfortable with things that are a little uncomfortable. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale. Slowly roll up. For our final expression, you're welcome to come to lotus with your feet together, or if it feels okay for you, you can extend both legs out. Maybe bring a pillow in front of you and fold forward. And just release into this. So you can be here. And there's always this alternative, taking a butterfly pose, whichever one works for you. Just take a few moments here. Maybe reflecting on yourself. Where have you noticed your pause point come up? That moment when you hesitate, just a moment, and say, do I need to do this, or should I step back? That pause point maybe where you're thinking, I know I should do this, but I don't feel like it. Examine those thoughts within yourself. What do they mean for you? Take a deep inhale and exhale. Our time flew by. I could keep doing this with you, but thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope that this set your morning off on a good note. I would love to hear your thoughts and on this idea of a pause point and where you fall with all of this. All right, everyone. Have a beautiful day. I hope your week is wonderful. I hope to see you on Friday for Free Yoga Friday. The light in me sees, honors, and loves the light in you. Thank you.